What's up? So this is for May 26th. It is Tuesday. Market already opened. Today, I feel like it's just going to be a no trade day for me. So I'm going to go over a couple things, what I'm seeing, and then just kind of create my plan for the day on what I would need to see to take a trade. So first off, there is this really prominent low down here that I would like to see us take if we want to start moving higher. There is an hourly for value gap right here that is being respected. But we're also respecting bullish PD array up here. Now on the 4 hour, we have this big for value gap that we're sitting in. We've been respecting bullish PD array down here. Order block, order block, order block. Still respecting order block. Setting price higher. We've taken out all-time highs. On ES, we've actually taken that low. And we've even created an internal model. So we've had an inverse for value gap. We have a 2022 model. We have buy side set up here, which actually got taken at open. But overall, this is just super deep into premium. And I would want to see us retrace into the new week opening gap to then move higher. We have an untapped here. So we could get a fair value gap here where we displace higher, retrace into this change in the state, manipulate internally, and then redistribute back towards all these resting equal highs, which would honestly be something that's pretty good. And even now, once this closes, if it closes above the change in the state, I'm kind of intrigued on taking something, but the risk is skewed, so I wouldn't. It's the beginning of the week, so I'm expecting us to put in some more price action. I'm not convinced that this wick is to send us higher. Yes, is still holding the 5 minute. And really hasn't even tapped into it, we just tapped into it. now that we've closed through that on the 5 minute, we could just see a immediate expansion. But the internal model is, I would need to see a little bit more price action. Like, I don't need to take a trade. And I think the draw on liquidity is really, really good. And we've had manipulation. We've had everything we need to see. But, like, I've seen my entire model play out right here. So, if anything, I'm just observing and getting reassurance that my model is present. So it looked like that. Or something of the sort. So prices moved lower. We've tapped into the change in the state on the 5 minute. We have moved back into the for value gap. On ES, it really looks like we're just trying to move lower. I would say that the last inverse could maybe hold us, which would be here. But now I would need to see us start to rebalance here.
Order filled.
So I'm just gonna go with a small position here. Only because we're on the 32nd, and because we have not inversed this for value gap yet. So now it's been inversed. We've also displaced. We've manipulated internally. We have this change in the state here. Stop to break even, and that we've taken that first low hanging fruit. See if we get the rest of our delivery, which it's looking like might not happen. That would have been low hanging fruit, which I'm always supposed to take.
Order filled.
And there's the full position. So, a couple things I'll run over on the 5 minute. We had this really big SMT. I had one prominent low in the overnight session that I was looking at, and that was down here. However, on ES, we actually swept it internally. We never went back down into the new opening gap, but price had a really clean setup of liquidity up here that I wanted us to reach for. So once we had swept out this low on ES with a model being present, we had a really clear, we move lower, we put in a low, we move back higher, we put in a high, lower again. That's our 2022 model, which is like this, and then we move higher with an inverse and a change in the state. We respected the change in the state, and then we moved higher. On NQ, I mean, I could have let this run a little bit more, but I didn't need to do that. And this was just about execution. I was waiting to see that internally, so I was wanting to see us retap into the change in the state, into the 5 minute for value gap, and then internally manipulate that low to show the exact same entry model. So on the 32nd, I zoomed in, we come up, we set up equal highs again, We almost tapped equilibrium. We tapped it on ES, but we put a low in. We rebalanced to a higher time frame for value gap, move higher, 2022 model right here, inverse for value gap, change in the state, and then then we got clean delivery after that. So that was a really good trade, really low size, but again, I just wanted to start the week off with good execution. So yeah,